Okay, hi, welcome to another Digimon figure review. This will be on to these Digimon Tamers figures. Well, I've only got two of them. We'll be looking at the Digivolving Gargomon figure. This is actually one of the ones I actually had when I was very little, and I borrowed it from a friend of mine and then I got one properly. I really like this figure a lot, just the way it all looks. From the front it looks like it doesn't show, but when you turn it around you've got the bits of rapidmon on there. Just like season 2, they decided to make a new remold of this compared to the Japanese one. Although there were some things taken out, like for example, they took out chrome and die cast that was on the figure, but now this is just all plastic. They changed the way the actual transformation works, so the Rapidmon version looks better, but the Gargomon figure was just terrible. They took out stuff like bars, and so they added the peg system here to work on these two things. They added the feature of these like collapsing, and then you press a button here, it comes out. Suppose we go to articulation points. The ears are on ball joints, and these come flat. The arms are on ball joints, so you can just put it there, comes over there, and what should be the elbow. The legs can move a little bit, and they can fold down, but that's for the transformation. They actually added the ammo strap here for the Gargomon figure, which is good. And yeah, well, I suppose you can count that as moving as well, but nonetheless, the Gargomon version is a lot better than the Japanese one. But anyways, going straight to the transformation. That's a problem with this figure, but it's an actual design flaw. And here is Rapidmon. Still looks nice. The legs kind of inaccurate because they're not meant to be like this bulky. They're meant to be like very skinny, but the body kind of is fine. One thing that's very interesting that they added for these American figures is that you can actually fold up and see his face. Never saw his face in the series, but they decided to add that for whatever reason. Like before, always got the good details for the eyes, and it's just very simplistic. There's a string, the head's got articulation. The arms are on ball joints, and they've got 3 joints here at the shoulder. Single elbow joint, swiveling there, and this can move slightly. Doesn't really fire anything. I mean, there's holes in his hands to represent like the Gargomon rapid fire attack he does. And yeah, there's not much else to go over with this. Really good recommendation as well. I mean, sort of kibble thing at the back, but nonetheless, still looks nice. So like I said, I would recommend it. And seeing as I've only got 2 figures, I may as well do this as one review. So we have Kyubimon. In season 2, I forgot to mention, is that they actually tried to make their own figures that weren't released in Japan at all. Like, for example, they did a triple changer for Sylphimon with a Gatomon mode, a Kilomon mode, and a Sylphimon mode. But that was kind of a bad figure. I'm not sure if this was released in Japan or not, but this is one of the ones I think that was only American made. And I think this was one of the better ones I've executed. Very minimal bits of kibble. I mean, you've got little bits from the underside and things in the tails, but they hide it very well, I think. You've got the details on the side of like the talismans, Can't really see it, but they're there. And yeah, articulation wise, the ears can move, the head can swivel from side to side, it can move up and down, legs can move, just like ball joints, pivot from different places, and the tails, can just kind of move up side to side, and that's it. And we'll just get straight into the transformation for this. This one's more on the finicky side. That makes it a bit easier. Curse you, rapidmon. I now officially hate you. Anyway, here is Taomon. Not one of my more favourite of the modes. Prefer the Kyubimon mode more. Especially just like it's more humanistic now. Is meant to extend. There we go. Just kind of give more of an accurate proportion. Sad thing is that with this, there's absolutely no articulation. The head swivels, and the ears can move. The legs, or the feet I should say, are on ball joints, and the arms can swivel slightly. And yeah, the elbows can extend and retract. But the leg articulation is completely gone. It's a shame. So it's really much just a display piece. But, I mean, if you are a big fan of Tamers and stuff like Renamon, then this is an alright figure to have. And this guy is very good to have as well. But if you can find the Japanese one, I would recommend to get that one because of the die cast and such. So that's more or less it. Don't think I've got much else to go over. I think this one had a chrome release. I remember there was one Tamers figure that had a chrome release. I can't remember which one it was. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I shall catch you next time for whatever I do next, because I'm not so sure. But anyways, so long, take care.